Do you feel like your schedule is jam-packed and you don't know if you're coming or going? Or maybe you find yourself late to several different things, and it's just because things get added to your day unexpectedly, or things take longer than you thought they were going to take, which pushes you back and makes you late for appointments. I had found adding white space to my day dramatically decreased my stress level, as well as just made navigating life a little bit easier. My name is Angie. Welcome to my channel, Quiet Confident Woman. My passion is building confidence in women, especially introverted women. And I love doing that by taking an area of your life that feels super chaotic and putting a strategy or a system in place to make it feel more calm. If you love what you hear today in this video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and if you want to get helpful tips every single week, definitely check out the link in the notes to be on that email list. All right, let's dive into white space. White space is intentional gaps you're going to leave in your schedule that are not going to be filled. You're going to create an actual appointment for it, but you're not going to fill it with anything. Now, some gurus say, oh, it's a spot for you to put self-care or reflection or rest. I disagree. Self-care and reflection and rest are so important, and you need to have a time blocked off for those things in and of itself. Now, rest, I could go both ways with. So if for some reason you didn't get very good sleep the night before and you were exhausted and you know rest would definitely support you, or maybe you're not feeling well and you really need to take a nap, then I would say utilize the time that day that you have for your white space as time to rest. However, don't make a habit of doing that. The white space is really truly there for things that come into your schedule last minute, things that take longer than you anticipated, all of those things that make your day just go haywire unexpectedly. All right, a couple of things to keep in mind when you're scheduling white space that will set you up for success. First of all, you want to schedule it. You don't want it to be like, oh, I'm just not going to put my appointments back to back and I'll have a little bit of time in between there. Create an actual appointment for it. What this is going to do is when you look at your schedule, instead of saying, oh, I don't have anything between this time and this time, yeah, I can go ahead and grab coffee. You're not really thinking, oh, that's time for me to catch up throughout the day, especially if it's not at the same time every day. If your white space is sporadic throughout the day, you 5 days ahead of time aren't going to remember when you thought that you were going to have white space. So I would put it in your schedule just like anything throughout the day. Now, can you move it around? So maybe somebody wants to get coffee at 1 and that's when you have your white space, but you have enough flexibility within your day to move your white space to a little bit earlier in the day and that will support you, then go ahead and do that, but still keep that area of white space scheduled just like a doctor's appointment would be in your schedule. Another thing is to set boundaries around this white space. So it doesn't do you any service if you have good intentions of creating white space, but you don't hold true to what you want to do. If the white space is in there, don't fill it several days ahead of time with something else, because that's going to get you back into the same habits that you were doing in the past. The white space, treat like it is sacred, it is gold, and make sure that if you need to put something in there, it is certainly a choice. It is your life. If you feel that having something in there would better suit you than having white space, that's great. But also know that if you do that frequently, it is going to defeat the purpose of white space and you're going to be back where you were at. So stay true to yourself, maintain that white space in your schedule so that when things do pop in last minute, or if you just need a breather, it is there for you. The final thing with white space is to go ahead and reflect on it often. See what is working, see what needs to be adjusted, and then go ahead and adjust and tweak until it gets to the point that it is really, really working well for you. So let's take an example. If you decide that you want to have 15 minutes of white space at 10 in the morning and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's going to be time that you are not going to have anything scheduled, then go ahead and see after doing it for a week or 2 weeks, whatever feels good to you, see if that is working. If you think, you know what, 10 o'clock in the morning is not doing anything, nothing typically pops in like early enough that is last minute at 10 in the morning, I would feel better if maybe I had the 3 o'clock in the afternoon being half an hour. Or maybe you want to adjust it to, you know what, at 1 o'clock, I think I need an hour instead of broken up times throughout the day. So whichever works best for you, know that you can adjust this and you can tweak this. And think outside of the box. So one thing that I noticed when I had scheduled white space is I had, say at 10 o'clock, I had an open space. It was my white space time. And so I would do whatever I needed to get done that was in my schedule until 10 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, I was like, ooh, I have white space. And I literally shut everything off. I scrolled on my phone. I did random nothingness. And then it was really hard for me to get back into productive mode to continue my day. And I was like, okay, the white space is great because I feel like I'm not falling behind and stressed out because I'm not accomplishing the things that I desire to accomplish. So I like having the white space in there. So I didn't want to remove white space. That wasn't the answer. But I also didn't like that my brain was like, oh, stop, you have nothing to do. Do nothing. And then it continued on. Now, if it serves you to stop and do nothing, then do that. That is super important. I'm not saying you have to go 24/7. That is not the message that I'm giving you. I definitely feel rest is worthy throughout your day. But for me, my brain was automatically, nope, we're stopping, I'm scrolling, and then I could feel my energy just leaving. I had none to continue on. So I'm like, all right, how am I going to adjust this? And so what I did is I built white space actually into my schedule. So what I mean by that is if I had something, say I had something at 9 o'clock that was going to take me an hour, I scheduled it from 9 until 10:30. I built in that white space into that. Or I know that a task is going to take me half an hour. I pretend it's going to take me 45 minutes. I actually build in the white space in there. So if I am done with that thing at 10 o'clock, even though it says 10:30, I look at my thing that's supposed to start at 10:30 and I just do that thing. For whatever, it's like the same thing, whether I write white space in there or not, right? It's the same thing. I'm still holding time for that task. I still, if I ended early, I'd still have a little bit of time to go ahead and run behind, but be able to catch up because there's white space built in throughout my day. But it's not actually written as white space on my calendar because my brain thinks I just need to turn everything off, where I know it serves me better if I can just move to the next task. And then as the day goes on, I might be like, oh, I'm way far ahead. I really would love to take a walk. And if that wasn't already built into my day, which oftentimes it is, but if it wasn't, I would be able just to stop and take a walk because I'm ahead of schedule and nothing had popped into my schedule, causing me to maybe adjust things and utilize that white space. So think outside the box and make sure to look back and adjust regularly. Life is going to change all the time. And if we keep our systems the same, it's not going to be a flexible system and it's not going to be useful long term. All right, my friend, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was really supportive for you and will take away some of the overwhelm throughout your day for you, just adding in that white space. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.